you won't let me.
All right. It is Wednesday, April 28th, 2021, 6:30. Welcome to This Fans View Live. We got John, Carl, Lauren, Anthony, and myself. We mixed things up today, so I'm kind of out of sorts. What do we got, guys? What do you got going on, John?
Well, we're back at the store at Carl's Cards and Collectibles here. So we're trying to get back to some kind of normalcy. So it's good that we're able to get back out here and spend some time with you guys. But we got for the Who Wore It Best, number 63, Ryan Matson was the winner, beating out Hank Fraley and Gene Upshaw. And for number 64, the wild card, Maxime Shushko, I guess is the way to pronounce it, was the winner, beating out Victor Arano and Randall McDaniel and Matt Tobin. So for number 65, we have the Hammer. It's Hammer time. J.D. Hammer for the Phillies. Played in 2016. He's a 1-0 record with a 3.79 ERA. He's got 13 strikeouts in 20 games. For the Eagles, we got Lane Johnson. He played from 2013 current. He was a first-round pick, number 4 overall. Hopefully, we can get into that tonight, and maybe we'll get another Lane Johnson pick this year. He's a Super Bowl champion, a 3-time Pro Bowler. He's a 2017 first-team All-Pro, and played 99 games with the Eagles. For the Flyers, we have Nate Guesin.
You didn't even spell it right.
Guenin. Guenin. We know.
Where did the S come from? There was an S in there when you pronounce it, John.
Was I saying S? All right. Guenin. You know, he played 3 years with the Flyers, played 12 games. He's got 2 assists. He's a defenseman for the Flyers. For the 76ers, George Rakovich. He's a center power forward. He's got 3,140 points, 1,937 rebounds, and 791 assists. For the outsider, we have Erik Karlsson, 6-time All-Star. He's a 2014 Olympic silver medal winner with Sweden. He was a 2008 first-round pick. He's a defenseman to play with Ottawa and San Jose. So, Mario, who do we got?
That's who I got for 65.
There you go. There you go. We'll have a write-in. Mario.
So,
What's the backstory on the jersey?
What's that?
What's the backstory on the jersey?
It was a gift from Ernie, believe it or not.
Nice.
Yeah. It was that was the year they won the series, 2008. And it lasted that long, believe it or not.
Very nice.
And it made it all the way down here to Florida with me too. So I'm not going to go with Hammer. I just can't do it. So I'm going to go with Lane Johnson.
All right. Sounds good. Lauren?
I'm not really sure what took him so long. Johnson. There's no other option on this board.
There is not. Yes, you are correct.
All right. Next round, Anthony's going to have a little bit tougher decision for the next number. But Anthony, who do you have for this?
Yeah, Lane Johnson. I mean, when you've only heard 2 of the 4, and no disrespect to J.D. Hammer, but yeah, you don't. I don't have much of a choice there.
He was popular up in Reading.
He was, but I don't think he's popular enough to win that number overall. That's for sure.
Popular over a Super Bowl champion? I don't think so.
Right.
Might not have had the best number, but he had the best glasses.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson? All right. We'll make it a clean sweep, then I'm going to go Lane Johnson as well.
There you go.
So this one we got a clean sweep with Lane Johnson, which is pretty popular number there. And this one will be a little bit more challenging for us. Number 66, we got J.A. Happ. He played from 2007 to 2010. He's a World Series champion in 08. He's a 123 and 92 record with a 3.98 ERA. Got 1,546 strikeouts. World Baseball Classic gold medalist in 2017 and a one-time All-Star. For the Eagles, we have Bill Bergey, a 5-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time first-team All-Pro, Eagles Hall of Famer, Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame member, and he's got 27 interceptions and 21 fumbles. The 1980 NFC champion. He also sat at this table here not too long ago.
A couple weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And then for the Flyers, we have Yannick Dupree. Got that one right. Played 35 games and two goals. For the outsider, we have Mario Lemieux. I don't know if we've heard of him. He's a 5-time champion.
Was he any good?
No, I don't think so.
Any cups?
5-time Stanley Cup champion, but I think
5.
I think he was like the 30th player on the team. He just rode the coattails of the other guys.
Mm-mm.
He's a 2-time Conn Smythe winner, a 3-time Hart Trophy winner, a 12-time All-Star, and a member of the NHL Hall of Fame. So, Mario,
Bergie.
Bill Bergey.
I'm going to go as quick as I possibly can with that one.
You don't want to get yelled at this time. Lauren?
I do like that you are limited in character space, and that's why not everyone's listed at the bottom. And somehow Mario Lemieux doesn't make number 66, but instead you included 3 guys in 65 I've never even heard of before. But Mario Lemieux somehow doesn't make the cut for 66.
But they were Philadelphia guys.
Yeah, but John, we got to talk.
But see, if you put Mario Lemieux's name out there, more people may vote for it. So it's kind of a little bit of a
Scam.
Well, what's out to the public on Facebook, I don't think it can get hidden.
Well, it wouldn't have got hidden if it wasn't called down.
Anywho, I don't know. I feel like this is a tough one. I'm gonna go Bergie because I'm gonna lean towards Philadelphia, but I think as far as who wore that number best, I think Mario Lemieux probably gets it in a landslide. But I'll go Bergie and stick to Philly roots.
All right, Anthony.
Well, I've said before, only other than 21 and 42, I don't think you should really necessarily go for an outsider. So I'm not going to do it. But obviously, Lemieux's the best 66 there ever was. Now, when you get down to the other two, I actually like Hap, and he's a World Series champion here. But the problem is he's been on so many darn teams. You almost have to give it to Bergie because of that. Or I'm sorry, is that where we're at? I don't even know where we're at. Yeah, Bill Bergie. Yeah. But if Hap, played for his entire career with the Phillies, that might be a different story. Now he's had a heck of a career. He was on every team you could think of. I think he was on the Pirates the year they made the playoffs. I mean, he's a great player, but he's not just a Philly guy. So I guess you have to give it for Bergie for the Philadelphia vote.
All right, sounds good. Carl?
Can everybody see it?
Barely.
Barely. Bill Bergie. Bill Bergie.
Bill Bergie, you got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Mario just deserves it. But
Right.
I know you're with your hockey roots.
Mario,
Yeah, if you were doing overall, definitely Lemieux. Absolutely, 100%.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
No, it's true. This one's a tough one for me as well. With Jay Happ being the Phillies guy, he's got the World Series, where Bergie got us to the Super Bowl. I'm going to go just to save my life down the line. We're going to go Bill Bergie.
little intimidated by him, were you, John?
He was a very nice guy when we were here. I was talking to him when we were here at the store. He was very good guy. So
I've met him a time or two. Last time I met him was out at I think Victory Brewing Company. He came in to pick up food, and I was with a bunch of people. And very, very easy to talk to, very willing to talk to people. So,
Very, very good guy.
So Joe Stinger's a little confused because he says he thought you were a Pittsburgh fan.
Did he not hear what I said? I am a Pittsburgh fan, but other than 21 and 42, I don't know that you can give it to any other numbers that are just necessarily outsiders. I mean, those are the two numbers that I think of offhand. Maybe there's another.
Like Wayne Gretzky, I think of at 99.
Maybe Wayne Gretzky, but no, Lemieux definitely is the best 66 by far. But what am I going to do? Give him one vote? What the heck's that going to do?
No, I
you
think
might not
he'll
be the
get-
only one.
Nah, he'll get
He'll get more.
he'll
We'll get
get
a
more
couple.
than one.
I was trying to be nice and fair, but sure, I'll give it to him.
But Ryan Hannigan wasn't nice and fair.
Well, that's all right.
got his little Philly dig in there.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that.
And now that we have Bergie, Carl, we'll pass it off to you. 'Cause we'll tie it in there with Bergie with our little.
Yeah, so we're the second half of the show. We're going to talk about the Eagles and the draft coming up tomorrow night. But we're also giving away an Eagles Bill Berge autographed mini helmet to the person who correctly guesses the draft pick. The first person, correct, Lauren?
Right. The very first person to correctly guess what the Eagles do with their 12th pick
Yes.
wins the helmet.
And here it is right here. So,
Not the position, the actual person's name.
yep. First person to correct it.
So I have a question then. What if somebody guesses that they trade the pick?
Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
Well, they gotta pick which draft pick they trade back to.
Or
Jesus.
Or are you asking for the very first player that the Eagles draft? Who
Yes. Yes.
We'll do that. Just to make the first person drafted, just to play it safe.
So the first person drafted by the Eagles, you guess it correctly, you get the mini helmet. But no, I think they're going to trade here, get this, do that. It's a physical name we're looking for.
Exactly.
So doesn't matter which pick they get. The first person they draft.
Right.
Whoever picks that. Okay.
Pick that player, and
An actual
You-
physical name.
yep, there you go.
And you
All
have
right.
to comment your guess right here in the show. There
Yes.
won't be comments after the show won't be allowed. It has to be during this time frame. So you have up until 7:30 to make your pick.
Yeah, and we're not going to talk Eagles till the second half of the show. So I wanted to get that out early.
So it gives you time to think about what your votes are going to pick.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what they're going to
Because we're going to roll into Phillies. Has anybody seen that lineup tonight? Oh my,
Yeah.
it's a head scratcher.
Well, we got a day game tomorrow, so that's part of the problem. So you're giving JT a day off. Getting a lefty in the
Which I get.
Who's out that's other than him? What's the big deal? Is it just a lot of like Hazleys of the world in there?
Well, Hazley's not on the team, but Bohm's out
Right.
as well.
Did you miss that?
Where's he on the team?
Because he's out of baseball. He's took a leave of absence.
Yeah, family issues.
Ooh, I've been working. I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I figured you were a little busy.
How about
Yeah,
Roman Quinn? Is he on the team?
He's
Get ready for
and
the,
he's not injured.
He's not injured, so he's starting tonight.
He is not.
All right, I'm done.
So it's Miller,
that.
Okay.
Miller,
I
Reese
know who's actually
Hoskins,
playing.
Harper, Didi, Kutch is in again, Herrera, Knapp, Maton, and Vasquez is pitching.
Yes.
So
Yes.
are we going to chalk this up as a loss?
No, we're winning this game 6-5 tonight.
Wow, that's a bold prediction, John.
Yes. Yeah. Vasquez will step up for us tonight
I hope he does because he hasn't been doing much.
for 4 2/3 innings.
I will tell you that Maton is starting to impress me a little bit. He's been knocking some stuff out, and I like it.
Yeah.
If we had more of him, I'd be happy. Not a big fan of Quinn, so I'm glad he's not in.
Yep.
I don't know. I think Knapp's going to do okay tonight.
Right.
So
John and I've been talking about this Phillies lineup for the past hour. Yeah.
that's all. Only an hour.
Yeah.
Well, that's all he allowed me.
Poor Joe Girardi. He's
Yeah, he's got a
got to
mess
have
on his hands.
his
doesn't he?
hands tied.
Yes.
So, yeah, not good.
No, he's got a mess on his hands, and I don't know exactly how they're going to rectify a lot of the problems that they have. But they need to, otherwise, they're tied for second now.
Yeah, we're right there. I mean, we're half a game out first place. So
Central.
we know this division is going to be tight all year long. So
Right.
they just got to get healthy. Is what they got to do. Because this is just showing how much a guy like Gene Segura we're missing, who helps lengthen our lineup.
Right.
It just shows when you're missing guys in your lineup of our starters, and then guys that aren't producing, like Didi struggling right now, McCutcheon was struggling, Alec Bohm was slumping a little bit, and then we know all about center field has been a problem all year long as well. So
Let's talk about it a little bit. How bad has it been?
we're on our fourth outfielder in center field. We got I think we got 3 hits between all of them this year.
So he's not. I've been out of it, but he hasn't done anything since they called him up. Really?
Odubel, he's 0 for 6.
Yeah, he hasn't done.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's done okay in the field, but he's not producing at the plate.
That's not enough time to.
Oh well, no, of course, yeah.
No, not even a little. But do you think they gave Moniak enough time?
We were talking about that as well today. It was a shame for him a little bit because the game was a little bit fast for him when he first got up here, and he was just starting to slow it down a little bit. And not that he was going to hitting every night, but he was getting his hits here and there.
But do you think they should have given him a few more games to?
Yeah, to send him back down. I think, like we were talking, it was kind of a little bit of a bad move for his psyche a little bit. He was just starting to get comfortable up here, and then you send him back down. And if this was the plan all along to bring Odubel back up, at some point during the year, then you should have just brought him up from the start of the season.
From what I think it was Kruk was saying last night, they don't think he had enough bats during spring training to bring him up, so that's why they were kind of waiting.
Yeah, I mean it's some excuses. If it was whatever bats he was getting down there in AAA wasn't against the same caliber of pitchers that he's facing now.
Right.
So,
right,
it's tough. So.
Now, do you think, since he's been up here before, do you think he gets a shorter leash on how soon it should take him to produce?
Who are we talking about? Odubel.
Yeah. Sue wants to know why I had the 60. That's the year I was born, Sue. 1965.
Does he have a shorter leash? No, I think he's going to be.
You think he's a center fielder for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I mean, unless he's going 0 for 50, which type of thing. But I think, unless they make a trade, it's.
I don't know.
Do you think it's possible they brought him up to trade him?
Well, then he better do something then.
Right.
Right.
No, I imagine he's the. Yeah, like John said, unless he's 0 for 50, I imagine he's the center fielder. I mean, you're paying him all that money. It makes sense. You could have him there and Moniak in the wing sort of a thing. But, if he does something, you could certainly trade him. But, I mean, he's done everything that obviously no justification for the stuff that he did, but he's done everything that they've asked for him. He went down and he's done everything, so he deserves a chance to play at this point. But yeah, I could certainly see him trading him if they can
Somebody
get.
wants him.
Yeah, but they also have to have a good backup option, because right now he's there is no option.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're kind of hamstrung there, tied up there, and you have no options. We were hoping that one of those guys would have stepped up for the other three guys that we gave out the first chances for. Travis Janikowski down in AAA that we were talking about, that he might have a. I mentioned to you that we were talking about him.
Stole my thunder.
I mean, he's a guy that we can, potentially go. He's got notes now too. He's another. I guess the last option that we'd have here on our team before we'd have to make a trade. So I don't know.
It's just
So
amazing
let me.
the amount of.
Sorry.
I'm just saying, it's amazing the amount of outfielders and guys that have come through, and they just can't find someone that works. I feel like there's been a million guys in that position, and you're either getting hurt or they don't hit it, or they're not good defensively. They just can't find someone for that particular spot, which is, it's just a little weird.
You were listening to our conversation earlier today. You said the exact same thing. I mean, how long has it been since we've been, we drafted or had a center fielder or any outfielder, for that matter, come through our farm system? It's crazy.
Can Nick Maton play center field?
I think they
He
were
talked
rumored
about
for
it.
left,
Huh?
weren't they?
Yeah, he's talked about it, that he's been out there and snagging some fly balls. When Segura is back, I'm sure you're going to see that as an option.
You think they could platoon that position?
He hasn't played there. No, he's been an infielder, through
No,
college.
I'm saying you think they could platoon center field? With
Well,
whoever seems to be hot at the moment?
Well, the problem, they're both left-handed hitters, with Odubel and Maton. So
Right.
as a platoon, that kind of makes it a little harder.
But if one's got a hot bat and one doesn't, who do you put in?
Well, I mean, if Maton stays hot with his bat, you probably put him in there if Odubel's.
Right.
By the time Segura comes back, if Odubel's 0 for 15 or whatever, 2 for 15 or whatever, maybe you do give him a shot just to keep his bat in the lineup.
And you think they're going to keep Kingery up? Or do you think they're going to send him back down?
No, I think he'll go down.
Has he played it all?
Like defensive replacements,
Yeah.
he played the outfield. I think he had one or two at bats when he's been up here.
He's a hard
Yeah.
guy to read. He's definitely a hard guy to read. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I know they paid him, and I don't know. Is he just not consistent enough? I mean, they talked about Scott Kingery, in Reading, like he was going to be this pretty big name, and it just hasn't really developed.
He was hot for a while, and then he just kind of went off.
Yeah, he really shouldn't have been up here at this point right now, but because of the injuries that they were forced to bring him up, because he needs to get that stroke figured out, because he's not a power hitter. He's got to get back to hitting line drives, which got him to this point. Kind of like Rhys Hoskins has found his swing. They got stuck into that pool happy mode, and it really hurt them. So
Yeah, but if you remember, Reese found his swing early in the season last year and then
got hurt.
cooled off.
Well, he did, and then he got hurt.
Right.
Type of thing. So, no, I mean, power hitters are going to be like that, though. I mean, but it just, you can see he's using the whole field.
Right.
So Jim Wright brings up Brent Gardner's name from the Yankees. We were talking about the Yankees today,
With Aaron Hicks.
and Aaron Hicks is the center fielder, and there was some conversation. So maybe there's some trade talk there.
They're going to have to do something, as far as getting somebody.
Yeah, I don't know about Brent Gardner. I'd rather have Aaron Hicks,
Right.
but That's interesting.
Yeah, because at least with Hicks, he's a righty that you could platoon with Odubel if you had to, unless Odubel
Paying him a lot of money, though. Platoon.
Right.
Well, yeah, but I mean, unless Odubel's part of the trade,
That's true.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
But at least that's a platoon situation that would work with the two of them if you had to. So
Interesting.
yeah.
All right.
Mario, why don't you broadcast from the pool at Della Boca Vista? What the hell is Della Boca Vista?
If you watch Seinfeld, you'll know what that is.
Oh, I thought maybe you moved in.
No, that's where his parents retired to.
With the Cadillac.
Yeah,
That's your boy, not mine.
that's my
your
Dago buddy being
That's your
smart.
Paisan. There you go.
Oh, all right. You want to move on to Flyers?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Flyers
Right.
talk. Ooh.
It's a tough one
Well,
yesterday.
so I'll start off by saying I, as we've talked about every week since, I had it on for 6 seconds yesterday, and when I turned it on, I think the score was 3-1 or 2-1 or whatever it was right after the first period had ended, and then at that point you're just like, all right, I don't even feel like watching anymore. So,
Right. Yeah.
unless someone's seen something that I haven't seen. It seems like nothing's changed since the last time we spoke about it.
No, all you got to do is watch the last two minutes of the third period. That's when all the action comes. it's like Drew gets the light switch, and all of a sudden he can score when it's like the last 5 minutes of the game. It's crazy. Like you said, they were down 3-0 yesterday. It's like to the Devils of all teams.
So what's their plan going forward? This crew itself obviously isn't working. So as
10 games and they're playing golf.
as you get
We're
into
not else about now, right?
as you get
Polishing up the
in the offseason, what are you going to do?
Whew. You want to talk about major overhaul?
Yeah, I mean they it seems like they seriously need a lot to make them even half better than what they are now.
And we don't even know if they can move half the guys like Drew and Voracek. They may not be able to be moved to make it worthwhile. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do. Hopefully, we get a couple of the young guys to step it up a little bit.
But before we leave Flyers talk, Claude Giroux passed Brian Propp all-time points. But I'll bring it up before Jack does. It was in 147 more games.
That's all. 147 more.
Yeah. So I don't know where Jack's at, but I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
So, but I have an interesting conversation with my friend Derek, who's a big hockey guy, and he's curious if the Flyers redo Claude's contract so he can retire a Flyer. Laurie, I know you've got some interest there.
Well, I mean, I don't really have any interest there, but sure. So, I mean, would he be willing to accept that? Is he interested in that? Just because the Flyers are interested in maybe doing that, is that something that he's interested in, or does he think he still has some good years left in the tank that he can go elsewhere and get a better payday?
It'll be interesting. He's a free agent after next year.
Right.
So is Couturier, but it's going to be an interesting off season for sure.
But is it though? I mean,
Uh,
I see them also doing nothing and just hoping for the best next year.
Ooh,
That very well could be.
I mean, we say that after every team sort of like self-combusts. It's going to be such an interesting offseason, and then they do nothing.
Yep.
I mean, the Eagles haven't really done a whole lot, and I don't know. I don't necessarily think that it's going to be an interesting offseason. I don't think that we're going to wake up one morning and they're going to have traded Jake Voracek and Claude Giroux and gotten rid of these veteran guys that just aren't performing anymore. I could see them making a couple of moves that are mediocre at best and just hoping to put a better product out on the ice next year.
So the problem is it's hard to do. I mean, the guys that you have are making a decent amount of money. They've been there a long time. They're not producing at all. So who's going to take on that, cost unless, they get a contract that's a lot less money? And it's like, yeah, I could see it. They said, we made the playoffs the year before and we were in the hunt this year. Let's try to regroup this year and make one or two moves and keep everything the same. And then fans won't be happy, but you can easily see that happening.
It's true. It's true. Your buddy Shawnee's stirring some trouble.
He is. He's always
He's
stirring.
hitting both.
He's always stirring the pot. I saw that. I was gonna pass. I wasn't even gonna comment, but yeah, I see where Sue even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see what you did there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She don't miss a trick.
Yeah.
Nope.
She also wants to know why John and I are sitting so far away.
6 feet.
COVID protocol.
I think she means so far away from the camera would be
Yes, I
That
think
is
that's what
correct.
she means too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've both had our shots, so we're good. We're good.
Right. No. She's talking about why the camera is so far away from you guys,
Right.
not the distance between the two of you.
Yeah. Well, we were.
Trying to get the Carl's cards.
Yeah. We were trying to, bring it all in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Plus, nobody needs to see both of our ugly faces. So.
Yeah.
Because they've had a year now of close-ups on this. It's all good.
Yep.
So,
God.
Yo, what's up, Dolly? Yo.
She said hi earlier. I guess nobody said hi back, so she's saying it again.
Well, we gave her a yo back.
All right.
tonight, Atlanta.
Yep.
We got
So
be big.
It's 7:00. You want to move over to the draft?
No, we got Sixers,
All right.
Hawks. for a
I'm
couple
trying to
minutes.
keep in the time schedule that you gave me.
Sixers,
So-
Hawks, couple minutes. We're lagging behind. We're lagging a little behind, but we'll be okay.
All right.
Jason, hang in there. Hopefully your appendix is doing well.
Yeah, our boy Jason. He's laid up over at Lankenau.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's on the board. Yeah. So,
Get better there, buddy.
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Atlanta tonight. They're a spunky team. I think what are they, 4th or 5th in division?
Yep.
So it's a big game tonight. We get back in there within half a game.
Yep.
With the Nets, and they're the Nets have a tough schedule though, so that's going to help. We got supposedly the easiest schedule going down at the last 10 games. The Nets and the Bucks play each other twice, like we did. Had to play the Bucks. So
Yep.
hopefully they can beat each other up there, and we'll be able to regain the first place seed there. And so yeah, it'll be good.
All right, before we jump into the Eagles and the draft, I want to throw it to Anthony for the Fightins home opener, May 4th. And then Lauren, you can follow him up with your event on Sunday out at the brewery. Everybody's quite thirsty. I know I am. Anthony, what do you got?
So the home opener will be on Tuesday next week. We're going to give out, I think it's the 70th anniversary of the stadium blanket, which we were going to give out last year. So we'll do that on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then the weekend, there'll be like a Mother's Day celebration where they give out a pink tote bag. I believe it's a tote bag or a backpack. I can't remember offhand, but the backpack. They'll be doing that on over the weekend, and then Sunday will be that big culmination. So our schedule pretty much runs from Tuesdays through Sundays. Major League Baseball wanted to give one day off, each week for the team of their choosing. So we chose Mondays because that's probably the best day to have off as far as crowds and all that stuff, and it gives them a day to sort of bounce back after their Sunday road trip. So it's all coming together. It's a lot of stuff happening at once, and we're sort of figuring it out like everyone else. But we've had a bunch of events at the stadium, a bunch of high school games. There's actually one there right now. everything's been going smooth. So still a lot of little things to do. Finish painting, putting a couple signs up here and there, but we'll be ready to go for Tuesday night. I think the game's at 7 and the gates would open at 5 o'clock. So it should be fun. It feels like a really, really, really long time since we've done this. So we're a little rusty, but we'll get it figured out.
Are you guys gonna remember how pregame goes and all that? Do you need like a run through?
Well, today's Wednesday, and the game's Tuesday. So if we're gonna do that run through, we might want to do that soon. So I'm thinking most people at this point know. I mean, it's been a staff that's been here a very long time. So yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice to kind of get back and kind of see everyone. And I'm obviously hopeful as the season goes on that we can have, more and more people there over the course of the season. Because that's the most exciting when you can see the place full and people having fun. But yeah, even with, somewhat less amount of people there, it's still as much work, if not more, making sure that everything is, good to go. So it'll be fun. It'll be here before you know it, and it'll be fun. And then luckily we don't play, I think, until the end of May. We have a couple weeks off, I think, or at least I think a couple weeks off. So anything that we missed or didn't do 100% properly, we have a couple weeks to kind of fix it to go for the rest of the season. So it should be fun.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. Before we go to Lauren, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, you got come in and get free tickets, right? For
Yeah, I think Lauren's going to cover that.
Sorry, Lauren. I thought you were talking.
Way to go, John. Way to start there. I'm kidding.
It's twice. It's twice now.
I'm sorry.
Yes, as John mentioned, we do have some tickets to give away. Majority of them for right now are Friday night games. So next Friday, I believe it's May 7th, whatever next Friday's date is. We've got some tickets in the store, so stop in. Feel free to pick up some and come out for the game next Friday. But as far as Humane Pennsylvania goes, we have our first Mini Pints for Pups event of the year. It's on Sunday at Poor Man's Brewing Company, which is in Ephrata. So it's really nice for us because we run the Reading shelter and the Lancaster shelter, and Ephrata is right in between there. So it's a nice collective fundraiser there. So that's from 12 to 5. Come on out. Every beer that's ordered, we get $1 from each of those. And then we'll also have a table set up with some merchandise for this year and some raffle baskets to win. So, and it's looking like a really nice day Sunday. So if you're in the area and you're looking for something to do, or if you want to take a little road trip, it's a fun little spot in Ephrata.
Excellent.
Very cool.
Very cool. And we do have plenty of tickets for Friday nights, correct?
Yes, plenty of tickets. And Dad, you have some, I have some, so we've got plenty. So if anyone needs them, certainly hit us up. But we will have tickets for all Friday games moving forward for the rest of the season. So if you can't make it out next Friday, any Friday in the future, we'll have tickets that you can use.
Excellent. Very cool. Thank you. Got an update out of Baseball Town and Ephrata, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Sunday. Yep. Poor Man's Brewing Company in Ephrata.
There we
All right.
go. There we go. So Carl will be donating $50 that day. Ryan Hannigan's on fire.
Yeah.
He's
When is
on
he not?
fire tonight.
When is he not?
He's on fire.
He had a spicy cigar tonight.
Huh?
A little spicy cigar there. Tonight.
Yeah. Must have smoked a bad one. All right. Eagles,
Yes.
number 12 pick.
The Eagles are on the
Are they
clock.
buying or selling?
I think they're moving up. I just have a funny feeling they want to get ahead of the Cowboys and the Giants in the division.
So,
Whether
what's your
it's a
prediction,
move or not,
John?
Sure. What's that?
What's your prediction?
I don't know. I think if they move up there, I think they're getting a quarterback if they can get up high enough.
You really think they're going to go for a quarterback?
I do. Until it's draft day and they don't pick a quarterback, I'm still buying. It's You know, I mean, obviously, the guys have to be available for them because they drop back as they did. So you know, somebody may not be able to come there. But if it was me, I'd go after a cornerback though myself to help the defense out because we have a lot of good offensive weapons that we're going to be playing against in the NFC East. So
Right.
I would go there personally, but I have a funny feeling with only 2 quarterbacks on the board, they're going to go there. And Joe, as I told Carl today, getting Pitts would be like putting lipstick on a pig. It just won't work. It's just, you know, there's too many holes on this team to move up for, you know, a very, very good talented tight end there, but I just
Too many holes.
too many holes.
Too many holes. Need too many players.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So John, you're Howie. What are you doing?
Oof, it's tough. It's not going to be a Samuel Jr.
There's only 18 minutes left.
Yeah. I don't. I think. Like I said, I think he's moving up for one of the quarterbacks, either the kid from North Dakota State,
Right.
or Justin Fields from Ohio State. Trey Lance or Justin Fields is who I think they're going after.
Got some interesting conversation on the board.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Surtain's, you know, that's the top guy, but you know they have to get ahead of the Cowboys and the Giants for those guys. So you know,
here's my question. Big question. Everybody can't move up.
right?
Right.
Got to be players that are going to drop, right?
You would think. I mean, it's going to happen. It's just
Just a matter.
yep, it's just numbers.
Come draft night, anything can happen,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's usually what some players look forward to,
Right.
some don't.
Yeah. You don't want to be the one stuck in the green room there by yourself.
So let's just get away from the Eagles for a minute. Is Lawrence still the number 1 pick?
That's a good question. Yeah, you hear different things now about him that he's not competitive enough. And he lost in rock paper scissors. That's why. So he's not. He doesn't have the fight for.
You don't have the juices.
He doesn't have the juices too much. You know, if he makes it, you know, because he's going to get a big payday. So Jacksonville's got a tough spot, you know, for them. I think overall he's probably is going to end up being the number 1 pick, but I don't have faith in him.
It doesn't seem like a year where it's a number 1 pick where that's like you got to do it. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like a huge year, like a huge name. I mean, it's a name guy, but I don't know if that's gonna.
Well, normally it's pretty obvious. Like whoever's going to go first, you hear it everywhere, anywhere
Right.
you can, and just
Right.
this year it doesn't seem to have that same momentum.
Yeah, I mean now Zach Wilson he came out of nowhere from BYU. The quarterback out of BYU, and you know he jumped up there. Now he's like the top guy, and you got Trey Lance, and you got and Justin Fields, and a couple other guys. I don't know. Mac Jones from Alabama is another one that's risen up through the ranks there, where he wasn't that highly recruited before. So yeah, like you said, there's always going to be somebody's going to reach for a player.
Who has the number 1 pick overall?
Jacksonville,
Jaguars,
and then the Jets at 2, Jets, and then
San Fran,
San Francisco 3, and then
Yep.
Miami. No,
Atlanta.
at 4.
But when you have a team like the Eagles that have a lot of needs, a lot of times people want to get the number 1 pick, trade up for this, that. But when you have that many needs, just get as many bodies as you can
Right.
of positions that no one is going to think is a big position. Not a quarterback, not a running back, nothing like that. Just shore up both sides of the field and get guys no one's ever heard of that'll actually come through when you need them, because that's what they need right now.
Exactly. That's what I would say. Save your draft picks when you need them. You got 11 picks this year. Take the best available at that pick. No reaches, like you said, Anthony, because that's what we've been getting hurt the past couple of years. We've been reaching for this guy. and they never pan out. So, take what's there.
Think to assume that whatever the Eagles do tomorrow night, John will not be happy with it.
Are we?
If they do what he just said, he will.
Yeah, but they probably won't. And then, then you'll see the
Well, if
bulk
that's
of what it says.
yeah, but you know what? If that's the case, then I think he's got a valid point for it, because what's the point of trading up for something when your team stinks? You gotta fix the whole team.
Right. I mean, the only person you're going to trade up for is a quarterback. If they trade up and get Pitts, that'll be it'll be, like I said, it'll be fun to watch a little bit on the field, but I don't know that it's going to lead to winning. Quarterback, it just depends on how much you believe in Hurts at this point. You only have 2 quarterbacks on the draft on the board with the team, so Joe Flacco and Hurts. So
But you can always grab
somebody.
a third string guy, in the 3rd, 4th, 5th.
But you're going to be happy going into the season that way, though.
But
relying on a rookie that's played 4 games that has been shaky through those 4 games.
that's why you signed Flacco.
Right.
So
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, he'll be the guy.
I'm going to throw a name at you. Micah Parsons out of Penn State. What do you think?
Unless Howie listens to the recruiters or the scouts, I don't think so, because he doesn't value linebackers enough.
He's the hybrid guy.
He is. No. I mean, he's probably could be one of the top guys in the but I just don't know. I just that would be nice. Yeah, like you said, Sean. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a local kid, from Penn State, and
Yep.
so yeah, I mean, Penn State's produced a lot of good linebackers, but we just don't value them. So I mean, until that happens, I don't know that you can see them go. But he would be a good one though.
Defense wins championships.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially in this division, we got
Yep.
a lot. So
Yep.
And you saw it with teams like Carolina. But their whole draft last year was all defensive players.
Well, go south, Washington. Look at that defense, right?
Oh yeah. That's how you win. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a way to go. But no, like I said, I mean, it to me, like to answer your question, Lauren, I'll be happy with just like a building block, not the flashy names, because like I said, we don't need like the flashy wide receiver or this guy right now, because there's too many holes. Like we need to figure out like an offensive lineman, which aren't sexy names to be picking, but or fix the defense. You got to do something like that to help the team out. You can always, in a year or two, when you're ready to win, get a wide receiver that can help you out. So, yeah, I'll be disappointed, but I think we got to see how these guys work out. I just don't want to see a reach. That's all.
Fair enough.
It's, as long as they're taking somebody that's there that they should, and not reaching. That's all you can ask for, and then hope that the guy pans out from there.
I do just genuinely enjoy watching the draft, even though most of the time I have, a very limited amount of knowledge on who the guys are, really where they came from, just kind of your typical sort of like draft fan. But it's really well done as far as the draft goes, and you almost feel the emotion with the guys when their names are called, and you just really. In that moment, you're just so excited for them because they've worked so hard to get to this point, and their dream is finally happening in front of them, being picked by one of these teams. And really, that's kind of why I watch it. I just really enjoy seeing those guys to get so emotional with their families, and being able to finally make it to the ultimate goal in life.
Yep.
To play for one of these teams.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yep.
Is this out of location this year? I see a lot of the award shows are
It is
Cleveland.
Cleveland. That's what I was
It's in
saying.
Cleveland. It's outside. They're expecting a record crowd. So, yeah, the NFL does it right.
Oh yeah,
They do it right.
Cleveland rocks.
Do you know where in Cleveland it's going to be?
Uh,
I'm trying to picture the town and where they're going to have a space big enough to do it.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the location.
Yeah, I didn't hear the location in Cleveland, but I mean maybe at the stadium area. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking too.
I don't know.
No, Soldier Field's, I think Chicago.
But I mean, just look at Philadelphia.
Lawrence
There's pretty much kind of like
not
Philly.
traveling.
That's a good question, Lauren. I don't know how many of them. I'm sure they will be. Just a matter of how many of them the family members will be there with them.
Right. I thought I had read somewhere. I mean, this was a couple weeks ago, so maybe he's changed his mind since then. But it sounded like he wasn't coming to the physical draft, and he was gonna be remote at his house.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who was the player?
Trevor
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Oh, Lawrence. Yeah. I believe you're right. Yeah, that he wasn't going to be there.
And I just wonder if that takes a little bit of the momentum out of it. Not that undercuts his ability, but for him to get drafted number 1 and then he's not there, it just kind of takes away from, I think, the excitement of it.
Sure.
No, it's true. Yeah, because you want to see all the guys that are there.
Especially the number 1 guy. You want to see him, Roger Goodell, put the hat on, the photo, the whole
Right.
thing. So I think that kind of plays into it a little bit too, as far as, does he go 1?
Right. No, that's true. That's true.
Let's piggyback to Bill Berge autographed mini helmet that we're going to be giving away. Lauren, you want to introduce the rules?
So you have to select a physical name. It can't be that they're going to trade the pick away or anything like that. Who is the first player that the Eagles are going to draft tomorrow night or whenever you think that might be? Who is the first player the Eagles actually draft this year? And if you are the first person to correctly guess that, then you will win the Bill Berge autographed mini helmet.
You got 7 minutes to do it. It's the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So call your friends, neighbors, family.
Make a couple picks.
What pick was Bill Berge?
Bill Berge was the
Arkansas State?
I think he was
Was he a first round pick?
I think he was like 15ish
Wow.
to Cincinnati. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was 12 to 15ish in that range,
Okay.
which is where the Eagles are picking right now. Which goes to your
Right?
goes to your Parsons guy.
Right?
Jeez.
So I mean it's that worked out pretty well for Cincinnati, and then here in Philadelphia from there. So, but it's a different time. But like I said,
Oh, yeah. Football's different. Much different.
Looks like he was second round, 31st overall.
31st.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Wikipedia is sometimes wrong.
I don't know. I just Googled it. It wasn't Wikipedia, I don't think.
As we were told.
No, I think it was, looks like it was profootballreference.com.
Yeah,
All right.
he may. But no, yeah, I mean it's gonna be hard to see. Chris, I don't know about Horn. His name's rising, but he's coming out of nowhere, so I don't know. Those people scare me. The players that come out of.
So, real quick, if they go for a quarterback, you have a name for us?
Trey Lance or Fields.
Wow.
I think those will be the guys that'll be left over from. You're gonna. I think for some reason I think Mac Jones is going to jump up there higher than in the top 3.
Well,
Trevor Lawrence and then
we got
Zach
all these
Wilson.
mock drafts, and I want to get John's pick out there.
I still think it's going to be a quarterback. I think
Todd McShay,
Todd.
So, John.
All right.
Mel Kiper.
Well, we know his track record.
John O'Brien.
Yeah.
John, who do you think the very first pick is going to be? So Jacksonville got the first pick. What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah, I think they're going to go Trey Lawrence or Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Just because it just seems like everything's going that way. But I don't agree with that evaluation though. But I don't think it's going to be as successful in the pros.
Florida boy, staying in Florida,
Right.
staying home.
Yeah, with the who's the coach now? The Ohio State guy. Who was down in Florida. Their head. He's in Jacksonville now.
Yeah, he was from Ohio State.
Yeah.
What the heck was his name?
A very good college coach. I mean, so he may, but I just don't. I don't know. I just don't like these guys that are rising up. Urban
Thank
Meyer,
you, Brian
that's it.
Brown. Urban Meyer.
I just don't like all these guys that rise up out of nowhere, like after the seasons are over. Like you played all along your college career, and you were rated this way, and then all of a sudden because you go to a combine or your pro day and you throw the ball with nobody rushing you 80 yards down the field. Now you're the number 2 pick. You're the number 3, you showed what you can do on the field, so that's where you got to be able to play when you come to the pro. So just like the Eagles did with Mike McMullen, had the best combine ever. We picked Mike McMullen.
Good old Ray Rhodes.
Yeah.
Ray Rhodes.
And look how that turned out for us.
Boy, you don't hold a grudge, do you? Holy cow.
But that's what I mean. Like these guys.
Lauren, I can't wait for that post. Can't wait. Can't wait.
But it's going to be interesting. And the problem is, right at the moment, being at 12, it's kind of hard to predict the Eagles team, player right now, just because it's you don't know what's going to happen as far as who's going to be picked ahead of you. Because that's the Eagles' problem all the time is their player that they wanted was always picked ahead of them.
And it's always the Cowboys.
Exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I have a funny feeling they got all these draft capital now with the 4 number 1 picks, for the next 2 years. That I think they're going to be moving up if the right guy's there, to get the quarterback.
Right.
So,
All right.
All right. So another hour's come and gone.
that was fast.
Always is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All
Yes,
right.
indeed.
So we will start with takeaways. Lauren.
No, I mean, we pretty much covered most of it. I'm a little disappointed the Sixers didn't get much play. We've briefly bypassed them, and they're clearly the best team in Philadelphia right now. But, anyways, go Sixers. I hope they win tonight. It's good to see Ben Simmons back out there and producing, on both sides. So that's exciting. So go Sixers.
All right. Anthony, you're up.
Not too much. We got opening day the next Tuesday, and then we'll be home Tuesday through Sunday. So a lot of fun stuff at the ballpark. The promotions are coming along. We're just trying to get through the first homestand first, and then after that, there'll probably be a lot of, fireworks and stuff like that towards the end of the month. And I think we still might have a bobble or two that we had ordered from last year that we were trying to get away with giving this year. So none of that's been announced officially, but obviously, it's exciting to be back at the stadium and to get back to normal.
All
Good
right.
job. Good job, guys. Good
John.
job in baseball town.
Yes.
John, you're up.
In case you didn't hear, mark your calendars. June 16th. We're going to be back on the road again at Bagwood's Pub in Northeast Philly. Greg Lazinski is going to be there with us. So it should be a fun night at 6:30 to 7:30 on June 16th. Get us a table. It's going to fill up quick, I think.
Good
Yep.
raffle prizes. Good entertainment.
Carl's Cards never disappoints. So there's always
Absolutely.
good raffle prizes.
Great sponsor.
Yes, they are.
But State Farm is back on board with us for the rest of this year.
Very cool.
So they'll be. Are we going to have those shirts, Lauren? Are they going to be ready?
By June 16th? Oh, yes.
So we'll have shirts with our sponsors, Carl's Cards, State Farm, and Dagwood's Pub.
All right.
Really excited to get back on the road. So looking forward to it. And
Right.
Anthony, good luck. You look exhausted. You look freaking exhausted.
It's just a lot in a short amount of time, but we'll get it figured out one day at a time.
All right, go have a cold one
I will.
or two. Lauren, feed that man.
God. All right.
Mario, what do you got?
I got nothing. Thanks for
Nothing.
coming.
Come on.
What? What do you want me to say?
Come on, something.
All right. So I got to talk to my two little great nephews, I guess they are.
I had to dig it out of you.
Come on. But that was cool. My niece FaceTimed me, so I got to talk to those two. The little one, who's actually the bigger one, decided he was going to jump off the deck. Yeah, and was hanging from one of the rails, and then ended up running over Kevin, his father, with one of the trucks he has, and gave him a complete black eye. So this kid's going to be a bruiser. So I got to relive all those stories that she was telling me. But that was probably my highlight for the week.
Very cool.
So
Nothing
All right.
like family.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
So
Very cool.
All right. That's it.
Guys, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Get your picks in. We'll give them an extra 5 minutes.
Sure.
Get your picks in. Bill Berge, autographed mini helmet. What's the Eagles' pick gonna be?
Gonna be interesting. Gonna have to find out on Thursday night around 8:30, probably 8:30, 9 o'clock.
All right.
Draft.
You
Here
got
we
it.
go.
All right.
See you guys next week.
See you next
See
week.
you.
Thank you.